So we'll see all these scheduling, disk scheduling algorithm one by one, and we'll see how much seek time it is taking to serve all the requests. So first go to the first come first serve. So what happened into the first come first serve is, as I told you, if this is the queue, so the starting point is 53. So we have the sector from 0 to how much? 199. So it is 0 to 199 is my sector. Now we are starting with let's say 53. This is my starting point. From here, if I am using first come first serve, so first I'll go to 98. So this is, let's say 98. Let's say this is 98. I serve 98. After that, it is saying that you go to 183. So let's say 183. From here, I'll go to 183. Let's assume that here we have 183. So this is another place where I'll serve. Then from here I can go to 37. So 37 is my next request. So it will go to, let's say 37. Let's assume that this is 37. So I am coming here in the 37. From 37, it is asking 122. So we'll go to 122. Let's assume that this is 122. This is my next. Then it is asking for 14. So 14 again, I have to come back here. And this is, let's say 14. Then from 14, I have to go to 124. Let's say this is my 124. So I am coming here at 124. Then it required to serve 65. So let's assume that this is my 65. So let's assume that this is 65. And after 65, I have to go to 67. Let's assume that this is 67. So this is the way how I am going to serve, and the same thing is shown here. Right? Now I need to calculate how much sector I have moved. Okay, what is the movement of my sectors? Sorry, what is the movement of my track? So track movement. Will be calculated as like this. So first of all, I am in 53. I have served 98. So it will be 98 minus 53. Next, I am in 98. I have to go to 183. So from 183 to 98, what is the distance I have covered, right? Then from 183, I am going to 37. So it will be 183 minus 37. It will be plus. So all the movement will be added together. And then from 37, I'll go to 122. So it will be 122 minus 37 plus. From 122, I'll go to 14. 122, I am going to 14. 122, I am going to 14 plus 14, I am going to 124. 124, 14, I am going to 124. Then from 124, I am moving back again to 124. I am moving back again to 65 plus 65. I am going to 67. 67 minus 65. Right. So this is my total value that I am getting, or total number of track movement I have. Okay. So it will be how much? So I have already been calculated for making it fast. So this will be 45 plus next moment will be 85 plus next is 146. This is then 85. This is then 108. Then 110, this one, then this one will become 59, and this one will become 2. So it is total around 640. So 640 is my answer for track movement. So these many track I have to move to serve all the requests from my current position with first come first serve algorithm. Okay. Now come to the next one. Next one is shortest seek time first. Now here what will happen is, in the shortest seek time, it select the request with a minimal seek time from the current head position. So current head position is 53. From 53, it will find it out which one is the smallest. What is the distance between them? 53. If we'll do 65 minus 53, how much it is coming? 67 minus 53, how much is coming? 37 minus 53, how much is coming, right? So whatever it is, the seek time is less, will move to that particular request first. So shortest seek time first scheduling is a form of shortest job first scheduling that we have seen earlier in the process scheduling. May cause starvation for some requests, right? So those requests whose seek time is high from a current one has to wait for a longer period of time. So let's do that. So I am in 53. From 53, it is going to 65. So it is serving 65. From 65, definitely there is a 2 seek time. So it will go and serve 67. From 67, which one is the smallest seek time? It is 37. From the 37, I can go to 14. From the 14, the next will be 98. From the 98, I can go to 122 and then 124 and then 83. In that way, I can serve, right? So what is the total number of track? Total number of track movement will be how much? From 53, I am going 65, right? So 65 minus 53 plus where I am going 67. 67 minus 65. Then where I am going 37. 67 minus 37 plus 37 to 14. From 14 to 98 plus 122 to 98 plus 124 to 122. From here we can go to 183. So 183 will be minus with 124, right? The same thing we can write with how many movement we have done in one direction. So this is the one direction movement. This is one movement. What is the last point is 67 and what is the initial point is 53. So we can also calculate the same thing with 67 minus 53, right? Plus from here I have moved in that particular direction. So this minus this we can do. So it will be 67 minus 14 plus I move from this direction to this direction means 183 to 14. So 183 minus 14. This is also giving the same answer which this is giving. So it will be around 236. Okay. You can calculate it if you want. So it will be 4, it will be 14 plus it will be 3 and 53 plus it is how much it is 9 and then 6 1. So 169 plus 53 and 69 plus 53 plus 14. Okay, 36 is your answer. 14, 53, 169. 236 is your answer for that. So these many movement we have done. So you see what are the drastic changes we have seen. Here, first come first serve, 640 track movement. Here, 236. So which is optimal? The shortest seek time first is the optimal version of it. Okay. Sometime for some sort of request, it might give you the, but in the average case, it is giving you the optimal result. Okay. Now the next is the scan. Okay. What is a scan? The disk arm start at one end of the disk and move towards the other end. So from one end, we'll go to the other end. Servicing request until it gets to the other end of the disk, where the head movement is reserved and serving continuously. Head movement is reserved and serving continuously. Scan algorithm, sometime called the elevator. So in the elevator, how we'll do is we'll go up in one particular direction and we'll go down in one particular direction. Let's say this is my request. The initial point is 53 and the direction we are going is in the lower value. So we are serving first the lower value in one direction, means lower direction will go, and then after that we'll go to the up direction. But note that if requests are uniformly dense, large density at other end, the disk, and those wait the longest. So here what will happen is if the density of the request of the other end are high, so other end has to wait for a longer period of time because I am moving to one direction. Let's say if there is a up to 10th floor, right? Up to from the ground, it will be up to 10th floor. Let's say I am in the 6th floor. So my direction is up. So I am serving here from here. Let's say I have the request only at the 8th floor. From 6th, I'll go to the 8th floor. But because I'm using a scan and the elevator, so I'll go up to the 10th floor and I'll come back again, and more of the requests are there. Let's say more of the requests are in first, second, third, fourth, and 5th floor. So that may be the problem. So what it is saying, let's solve it with the help of the given queue. So this is the queue that which is given. We'll start with 53. We'll go to one direction. So okay, so here in the scan, we are going to one particular direction like an elevator. Even though, so it will move in one direction, even though requests are less. So that is a problem with the scan. Okay, so we'll start with this particular queue which is given 98, 183, 37, 122. So these are the requests that has been given. The starting point is 53. So we'll start with the 53. So from the 53, first of all, it will go to the nearest one, which is 37. And from 37, it will go. So it is going into one direction, is 14. Now here, if you'll see, 0 is not a request here, right? 14, after 14, it has to go into different direction. But the thing is that in the scan, it will go up to very last. If we are serving like in a larger value, so it will go up to last 199 and then it will come back, right? So this is happening in the scan. So it will go up to 0. From 0, it will go back again because all these point has been served. The next point is 65, then 67, then 98, 122, 148, and 83. So up to last 183, it will stop. So in this way, the scan is going to work. So how many movement we have done? If you'll calculate the number of movements. So from 53, I have gone to 0. And from 0, I have gone to 183. So the total will be, how much it is? 236 is your number of movement that we have done. Now here 236, I think here also 236, both are the same value which is giving you. Okay. Now let's talk about C-scan. Okay, how C-scan is. C-scan is just like the scan, but what they are assuming is, let's say I'm in, let's say 10th floor building is there. Okay. And let's say I am moving from this direction, I am moving up. So it is saying that you move up to the last, and from last, you again start from the beginning, from here. That it is saying, means it is saying that if you are reaching up to last, means you have reached to the ground floor. That is the meaning of C scan. But actually that doesn't happen, right? So when you have the sector like this, and if you are moving in a circular way, then this is applicable. Then this is applicable. But if you are moving in that particular direction, so we have reached up to the last, then we have to go again into to the first. So from 0 to 199 we have moved. From 199 again we have to go to the 0, right? So the C scan in most of the in our book that we are following, in that the thing is this, in that way, means it is a cylindrical way, means from where we have stops, we'll start from that particular. So it is a circular, they have assumed. Provide a more in uniform wait time than scan. The head move from one end to the disk to the other, servicing request as it go, right? So it will go in a particular direction. When it reaches the end, however, it immediately return to the beginning of the disk. It's saying that whenever it reach to the end, it will again come to the beginning without servicing any request on the round trip, right? Treat the cylinder as the circular list that wrap around from the last cylinder at the first one. So from the last cylinder, it will go to the first one. This is the question again. The movement is, now it is larger value. Previously it was shorter value. So we can do the movement, right? Where your elevator is going, right? It is going up or going down, the direction also we have to tell. Now here the direction is large. So from 53, it will go to 65. From 65, it will go to 67, then 98, 122, 124, and 83. Because it is an elevator, so it will go up to last. From the last, it is where it is going to the 0th position again. And from 0 position, it is start serving again. So as I told you, if the elevator reached 10th floor, it means that from here only it is coming here. But practically it doesn't happen, right? So let's see, we'll calculate how many seeks has been done. So if we'll calculate, so from one direction I'm moving, so last one is 199, so it is 199 minus I started the journey from 53, plus from 199 I move to 0, 199 I move to 0, plus from 0 I move to 37. Okay. So how much is the cost for it? So the cost for it is 382. 382. But if I'll not calculate this one, and I'll assume that if I'll reach here, I have reached here, then 199 will be minus and the value will be 183. Okay, value will be 183. So in the book it says that it should be 183. So will not consider this. But if you are considering this, the value will be 382. Now let's see the look and see look. Now look, a version of a scan, and see look is the version of C scan. Now here what will happen is, in the scan and the C scan, I unnecessarily has to go to the last. Here also, unnecessarily go to the last. Look says that we doesn't have to go to the last. Or C look is the version of C scan. Now here, this is the solution for C look. Now let's see first C look and then we'll see look. Now here what will happen is, because the direction is the larger value. So we'll go into one particular direction and up to 183 only. Will not go 199. And from there only we'll come back again up to the last value, not the 0, up to the last value, which is 14. And then we go into another direction. Now this is the C look. Now what is the track? How much track we have moved here with the C? So this is one direction, 183 minus 53, plus from here to here, if we are calculating 183 minus 14, plus here to here, that is 37 minus 14. So this particular value is 150. Okay, it is 322. It is 322 for C look. Now, if we'll not consider this, it will be a minus and it will be 153. Right? So So 153 is the value if we are not considering this particular movement, the cylindrical, if it is saying that it is a circular and or that way. But actually doesn't happen, right? Now let's talk about look. How look will move. If we have if we have to serve the look, then how will serve? So it is from 0 to 199, right? So my direction is the larger way. So I'll move in larger way. So it will be, first of all, it will be 50, 65. And then we have 67. And then we have 98. And then we have 122. Then we have 124, right? Then we have how much? 183. This is one direction I have moved. So from here again I'll move to other direction and I'll first serve 37 and then I'll go to 14. I'll go to 14. So in that way I'll serve here. So how much it will be for the look? It will be 183 minus 53. This is one direction, and the second direction is up to 14. 183 up to 14 will be plus. So how much it is? It is coming around 299. Coming around 290. So this I have served. So 37 I have served first, but here I am serving 37 at very last in terms of C. Okay. So these are all different version of the algorithm, which is used for scheduling the disk request. So if the disk request is based on sector number, so we have to move our read write head in a particular way. Now, if we observe that which particular disk scheduling algorithm is good, so definitely the shortest seek time first, which is SSTF, the second one will be the better one. If the cylindrical size, the assumption of C scan and C look are there, so from that C look is better. Okay, so if the realistic assumption will take, then shortest seek time first is giving you the optimal result, which is 208. Sorry, it is not 208, it is 236. If we have the assumption like it is a cylindrical, or from there it is stop, we can start at the very end. So C look will give you the better result with the value of 153, which is the smallest among all the algorithm that we have seen till now.